All right. So now the moment we've been waiting for, trying to make a sale now. So this tutorial we're learning how to make a sale, how to check out, and let's see how it rolls. So now we already have some products. We have them into different groups. You understand? We already have the category that we just created. You understand? And we have so many products that we just added. You understand? With their quantity. So this time around, let's go ahead and make a sale and see how we can run things together. Alright, so right here on the checkout page, you understand, by default, like I said, whenever you load this program, you come across the checkout interface, you understand. And on the checkout interface, you can see on the right side, you have the add a client when you're making your sales, which you can do at any point in time when your transaction is going on. I'll show you how you can create that during a transaction, and you already have all your products. So right here, we can search for a product that we need, you understand, and we can scan the product. We can also sell a non-stock item, non-inventory item, something that you don't have in your stock. You just want to sell it during your transaction. You can do that during your checkout. You can always do that, and you can always switch your view, this view of these IM products. You can view them from thumbnails and so on. So let's load them one after the other. So right now, let's at the bottom here you have your stock. You understand? You have your stock, your cart. I mean, this is where everything you pick displays here. You understand? So I'll show you how you can use all these controls at the top here and everything. So firstly, let's pick some items. Let's assume I'm buying this printer. I tap it. You see, it drops it at the bottom. You have one item chosen, and it's 25,000 naira. I can pick this cash drawer, one of it. You can see it's added it up to items and this. I can scroll down and pick this system. You can see it's been added. I now have 3 items and this. I can also come down here and look for a product. Okay, let's assume I'm buying this Kit Kat chocolate. You understand? It's for 280. I want to buy 10 of it. Instead of me tapping it 10 times, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You understand? 7, 8, 9, 10. You understand? Instead of me tapping that 10 times, I would have just done a simple command. Let's try to something else. So let's assume I'm taking this bottle water. I want to pick 10 of this. Instead of tapping this button 10 times, this icon 10 times, I could just come up here where I have 1 time, click here and type 10 there. That's 10. That means the next item, it sells 10 units of the next item I'm selecting. Once I click OK, any item I pick now is going to add 10 of that item into my cart. So because I have 13 items here, costing this. So if I pick that Nestle water, it's going to give me 23 altogether. So tap it. I have 23 items added together, and you can see their total here. So that's the function of this one time. And for the barcode, I can easily click on the barcode now. So let's see how we can add a product with its barcode. So I can click on the scanner and bring my item in. So let's assume I'm picking this. I can just scan it. So just make sure it has picked it. You can see I have one Eva bar soap for 200 naira. Let's scan it again. So you can keep scanning until you want. You can see I now have 2 of it. You can let's scan it one more time. So I have 3 of it. Now you can see it gives me the total here. You understand? So that's how you add product. I can go back again. Let's pick other stuff. Okay. So I'm back to the other stuff. So let's see what else can we use. Now if I also want to pick a product, I can also search for the item. Just click on the search button and search for pick. I love searching for pick. I don't know why. That's the only item I always remember on time. So I can click here and tap it. You can see I have 27 items now. You understand? So I can cancel it and clear from there. Alright, so what else do I need? I think that's all. Now if you're confused about the product, which you can just go to department, you understand, if you don't want to waste your time scrolling through all of them. But the easiest thing I've done is just to search for the item here, you understand. So you can see your items based on their department. You can see, I can just come to toiletries, I see every item under toiletries. If you come to beverages, I see all the items under beverages, protein, you can see sweets and chocolate, POS setup, stationery, you can see. So if I want this, I could just pick this also. So that's what I have here, you understand. So now I have all this together. Now if I want to sell an item that is not in my stock and I don't want to add it in my stock, maybe someone just okay I just want to add something. I just maybe for example I want to add sweet. or let's say I just want to add sunglasses. I don't know, just sunglasses. I just want to do a free sunglasses, cheap sunglasses. I can just come here, click a non-inventory item, and the sunglasses is just going to be like 500 naira. I could just give it a name, add a description. I could just make it sunglasses. Okay, you can see at this point I could also use this opportunity to just create this item and add it into my product, you understand. But remember, I said we don't want to add it into our stock, we just want to create it as a non-inventory item. You can see I could just come here, click OK, that's the price. You can see the price and the description. I can send it to cart as well, so it's in my cart already, you understand. So once I'm done, I could just, okay, that's all. Let's go back. So that you can see now we all know the function of those controls. I'm just going to go back to the, okay, all. Alright, so now let's look at this list, this icon here. If I click here, it shows it this way. You can see all the items this way. If I click, it shows me in this large thumbnails. So now we are done with all these functions. Now, who are we selling these items in the cart? Who are we selling them to? I can pick a client I'm selling to. I can just click on this add a client here. And I could pick the name of the client, already existing clients I already have. If you also like, you can also import clients from your contact list. You know, so you could just import your contact list, add them here. But I'm not going to do that so that we don't click here. You understand? I could just click on this plus button to add my own new client. Since I don't want to add any of this, I could just add a new client. Maybe a client just wants to come into my store. Let's add in the client's name is Orexi. Okay, O-R-E-X-I, Orexi. Okay, Orexi Malon. Okay, that's his name and his phone number. His number is 08099966523. I just added any number. So details, if I like, I could just, if I like, I could put the person's address, home address. I don't have it. The details, I could also add the details from my contact. You understand? I'm not going to add that. You can see email address, work phone, so I don't need that. You understand? So I could also add this to my contact list. You understand? That's my personal phone contact list. That if I fill all this, the person's email address and all these things, I could click. If I keep this button, this command active, it means after creating this contact, this customer's contact or details should be added to my phone contact, which means I could always call the person whenever I want on my contact list. I don't want that also, so you can activate it from here. Now this command at the bottom says allow customer to pay later, which means this customer could pick up something from my store and pay me later, so I can only track the person's transaction whenever I want to collect my money back from the person whenever the person comes back to pay me. So I'll show you how you can accept payment from this person, you understand, later without charging him now. So let's just add this person. So any client that doesn't have this check, the person can never pay you later. So for this one, I can activate in that you can pay me later whenever he's making his sales. So you understand, so I can click save and I have all this. So now I've added a client. You can see showing me that I'm selling this product on this card now to Orexi Malon. You understand? So I could just proceed by clicking on the cart itself. Now it's showing me everything I have here. You can see I have all these items on the list. I have one of these, 10 of these, 10 of these, 3 of these, 1 of these, and so on. So you can see I have all these things, and total amount for this person is 240,600 naira. You understand? If I like, I could add a discount to this person. Maybe I could move the 600 naira for this person. You understand? To give the person a discount. So, and if I like, I could just add a discount to each item. So there's a difference. You can add a discount to the general sales, or that's total sales. You can add a discount, or you can add a discount just for a particular item on the list. So let's just proceed without giving this person any discount. I could just come to proceed here, and it shows me what mode of payment is this person paying with. If I say, okay, this person is paying later, you understand, I could just click on pay later, and I'll proceed. But now this, I'm not allowing this person to pay later. So let's assume if, and at the same time, if I like, I could say, okay, this order should be saved, and I could recall it to finalize the transaction later. You understand? Which I'm going to show you later. So let's just assume this person is paying now. So let this person pay cash, and next. Now, if you want to go back to the previous payment, the previous page of payment method, you can easily click on this arrow to go back. It takes you back to this page where you can see what mode of payment is the person using. I could say, okay, this person is paying with debit card, or this person is paying, you understand? So let's go back. So right now, this person is paying with cash, and this person is giving me a cash of 40,600. Let's assume that's what this person has. It's giving me a cash of 40,600. Yeah, this is the only cash he came out with, and it's telling me, oh, he has this amount. I could say next, and it's showing me, you can see at the bottom you have the balance is this 200,000 naira left. I could just click next. So it showed me that cash payment is this, and the balance is 200,000. Would I like this person to pay later? If this person still needs to pay more, I could say, okay, add payment, and this person is paying with debit card, and his debit card, I'm debiting him of 100,000 naira. That's 10,000, 100,000 naira, and it shows me the balance is 100,000 naira. Next, you can see now I have a cash, I have debit card, and it remains balance, which is the pay later on. So I could decide, okay, this person could pay me later with this. So let's just take a pay later of this amount, so you can see all what I have. It shows me now, okay, this person's current balance, he has nothing yet, and but this is what this person is paying me now. You can see, so this is the new balance that he has. In a sense, I could say, okay, get paid later, and finalize my transaction. So this is it. I could not charge him. So that is everything done. You can see already Malon, this is what is going to pay me later. This is total transaction. He has paid me some amount, and this is the final one. So if I like, I could proceed with a new transaction, or let's check his receipt. So how do I send this receipt to him? I could just click on receipt. Right now you can see the way the receipt appears. You can see these are everything he bought. You understand? You can see my details, his name, the client's name, you understand, the account balance, what the person is owing me, you understand, so that he gets to see what he is owing me, you understand. And this is what he paid for, 9 items, and altogether they were all 29 quantities, and these are every item on the list according to how they were bought, and this is the total of everything, and this is the payment method. He paid 40,000 cash, he paid this amount of debit card, and he is owing this payment. Do you understand? So how do I want this receipt to be given? I could do a PDF and send to him, or I could just send him an email directly, or I could print this, you understand, with a mobile printer via Bluetooth, or I could just share to him on WhatsApp, you understand. Whichever way I want, I could use to just mail it to him. So let's assume I want to send this as a WhatsApp message to this customer. I could just click here and pick my handles, you understand. So I made WhatsApp. Now bear in mind that this process of sending to someone's WhatsApp, you must already have the person on your WhatsApp contact list, you understand. So if you don't have the person, you may not find the person here. So I would still advise to save it as PDF, you understand, then you can send it to the person later after you must have saved the person on your phone's contact. So that was why you add that option initially while you're creating the customer, that add this customer to your contact list. You understand? If you had added it, you'll be able to send this to your WhatsApp contact list. You understand? So I could just send it to anybody. Let me send it to my order, to my WhatsApp business line, so you can see how the receipt is going to appear. I could just send it to my Etel. Okay, so here's my WhatsApp contact list, and send it. So here's the receipt. It's how it's going to appear. I could just send it, go ahead and send it. I could also add a message, thank you for whatever, and you flow with that. Alright, so let's see how the invoice appeared. So here's the name, Malon, you can see. And here's the whole detail of how the receipt would appear, you can see. So you have the full detail of the receipt for your customer. The name of the company, the receipt number, the logo, the customer's name, the balance the person is owing, the customer's phone number, total number of quantity, you understand, the items detail, you understand, the total transaction, the payment method, cash, debit card, and the payment that's due, and your note below. So this is a full transaction done. All right, so now we're back to our invoice. So let me also show you how you can, what it's going to look like when you save this as PDF. So I could come here to PDF. Let's see what happens. Okay, show me what PDF platform there. Okay, let me use Acrobat Reader. I could just use Microsoft Word as well to see it. All right, so here it goes. So this is how it's going to be on PDF. You can see. So if you have it on your PDF page, this is exactly how it's going to be. That's going to appear. Okay, so here we are. You can see, so on A4 paper or letter size paper, you can see how it's appearing. So I could take this, and print it as a normal A4 paper size or letter paper size, or you could also see forward this, mail it to someone. You understand? So this is how it appears as an invoice. You understand? So this is using the PDF platform. Okay, let's go back. So for email, I could also send it as an email. Just click on email. So I can send to the customer's email address. So which email should we use? Okay, let's try info @Thrive Consult. Okay, so that is @ThriveConsult.com. Okay, so send. Okay, so it's been sent to this. I could also check the receipt to see how it looks like, understand, if I like. So okay, so let's see everything we've put so far. Now we've made sales, we've created products, we've seen how we can put all of them into different departments. You understand how we can add a client, how we could check out, you understand. So let's check out, let's see the transaction of that client, our last client that bought something that is owing us 100,000 naira. Let's see how we can get our payment from him. So come back here to check out. You can see customers. Now you can see I have Orex Malon. From the list of customers there, you can see Orex Malon on the list. You understand? He is owing us 100,000 naira. So all you need to do is just click on him. You can see. Then it brings you this. It brings this information about him. You understand? You can go to his account. You can see, and you can pay balance. You understand? So if I click on pay balance, it shows me this page. I could just click on next. What's he paying with? He's paying with cash. Then he's paying 100,000 naira cash. You understand? So I could just pay balance. And that's all. You understand?
Yeah, there may be times you need to issue a stock credit to some customers for a reason, you understand. So here is how you can actually do that. You understand, you can easily give them a stock credit so that they can always come back to shop with it later, you understand, from your store. So this is how you do it. You just go to stock credit, add the amount. Let us be giving this person a stock credit of 10,000 naira. Okay, so next, and you can pick any mode of the payment. Let me just display and pick credit. Let me just pick credit card, you understand, and add credit. So you can go back and check out.
So if you notice now, look at Moresi Malon's account. You see he has a plus 10,000 naira credit in his account, which means he can always pay with that. You understand? So let's assume he wants to check out again. So if he comes next time, wants to check out, and he's paying something like he is buying this. Let's look for something. Let's sell our book to him. It's our book. Here's that book. So under stationery. Okay. Alright, under stationery I could just click on out. So this is just 10,000 naira. Who is buying it? Orex Malon. Click on Orex Malon. Then pick his name. So this is what it's paying for. You understand? Finalize transaction. So item, go to this item. You can see now I could decide what is it paying with. Is it paying with its cash or is it paying with card? You understand? It's paying with its stock credit. I could just click on stock credit. You understand? So now I'm not owing him anything. I could just use stock credit and done. Start another sale. If you want to view his receipt, maybe you want to reprint a receipt of a past transaction, you can always come to your transactions, come up here and see transactions, click on transactions, then you can pick the transaction. So let's assume I'm picking this one, then I can reprint the receipt for him. Either I want to send it as email, PDF it, email, print it, or share it, you understand? So you can see the detail of everything there, the name, the account balance, nothing. It's not, we are not winning money. It's not winning also. You understand? This is the item he's paying for. You understand? And this is the amount he paid. This is the paid with the stock credit that he gave us. You understand? So, or the stock credit he has. Understand? So that's for that. You can also cancel a transaction. Maybe you don't want the transaction anymore. You can cancel it. Let's assume I want to cancel this transaction. I could also click on cancel transaction. Then there's a confirmation page asking if you're really sure you want to do that. So do you want to cancel this transaction? Yes or no? Yes. If I cancel it, everything goes back to normal. So let's go back to the page. You can see. So now if you notice, when after canceling the transaction, we have a strike through across that transaction, showing us that this transaction has been cancelled. You understand? It's showing us that this transaction has been cancelled. It's no more on our list. You understand? So mostly, sometimes you might want it to be deleted, but for record purpose, the software keeps track of it so that you can notice that it was actually cancelled. You understand? So in case you want to change the settings, you can also set that so that instead of striking it, it's going to hide it. So to do this, you can come here to your settings. Then from settings, you can come to where is that stuff? Okay, I think general settings. Yep. So you can see it now. View cancel transaction orders. Viewed cancel transaction stroke orders as cross out or hide them. If I click on hide, it's gonna hide the transaction. You can see. Alright, so close it. So let's go back there. Transactions. You can see that we can't find that one anymore. It's no more there because it's hidden now. So if you want it back, you can always bring it back. So I prefer it displayed, you understand? So let's turn it on. Settings. Then general. You can come to cross out. Alright. So that's for that. Earlier in the lecture, I told you I was going to show you how you can change your currency. So here's the currency command. You can easily click here from also from general option. That's from this option from settings, general. You can see the currency here. Click on the currency. You can change to your country's currency. You can see you can either search for your country's name. You can search for your country. So just search for Brazil. Let's see what Brazil spends. So you can see. So that's it. You can just pick it and put your currency, but I don't want that. So that's how you can pick your country and search for that. So that's my country. Now again, you also have your decimal parts, you understand? So do you want to activate decimals in your value of your currency? That's 0.00, you understand? So you can always activate that. If you don't want it, you can take it off. Let it just be full number, you understand? You can also come here and say, when you're on your checkout page, you understand, how do you want to sort out your products? Do you want to sort them alphabetically, you understand, or you want to sort them according to the day they were created? So I would advise to leave it alphabetically so that it can be easy for you to search, you understand? So that's what that. And the next command is allow customers to pay later. This is a command you can disable so that no client can pay later. Every client pays immediately, so you can deactivate such command from this, you understand? So that's all on the setting. And if you click on, and the last command is clear data. If you click on clear data, it clears everything you have. It starts so that you can start afresh. So that's what clear data means. So I'm sure you wouldn't want to do that. Alright, let's assume I want to sell a product that has to do with units like the chicken we just created. So if I'm to sell this chicken, let's see the process it will take us to do that, you understand? So I can easily come to my cart, search for chicken, can search for CHI, okay, that's the chicken, so I can tap it. Now you can see it's showing me what is the quantity I need, you understand? Enter the quantity to be sold, you understand? So if you enter 1 here, it means it's going to say 1 gram out of 1 kg. You understand? Remember the total amount for this is supposed to be 3,000 naira. You understand? So if you sell 1 gram, that means we are not going to sell up to 3,000 naira. So if your plan is to sell 1 kg, you can sell. You can just keep adding your zeros to make sure it gets to this. So this is the exact 1,000 naira. So if I say add to cart, send to cart, you can see that the price is 1,005. Yeah, it's actually 1,005. So it's 1,500 we created. So you can see it's actually 1,500. So let's cancel it. Let's go back again. Let's cancel it. Clear the cart. I want to show you the difference. So let's make it 1 gram this time around. So I'm going back there again. Let's add the chicken again. So if I go back and I pick the chicken, CHI, pick it. This time around I'm going to make it 100 gram. So add it to cart. And instead of 1 gram, I'm going to make it 100 gram. So if it's 100 grams, send to cart. Now you can see show me 115 naira. So that's what I'm getting. You can see so from the 1,005 because it's not up to 1,000 gram. You can see 1,000 gram gives you understand 1 kg. So you can see show me I only have it sold for 115 naira. So you understand. So that's how it runs. You can see. So if my plan is to make it 1 gram, 1,000, that's 1 kg. I can easily come here. Let me clear the cart again. So I can go back to chicken. This time I'm going to make it 1,000. You can see 500. That's 1 kilo, 1.5 kilo. Let's go. That's it here. So this is it. So that's 1 kg and half. You understand? So 1.5 kg. You can see. So that's what I need. So if I go, I get to see this. This is my price, 2,250. So next. So that's the price for everything you can see. And VAT is already inclusive. You understand? I can take out the VAT if I don't want it. You can see. But let them pay for the VAT. So I can next. And you can see pay with cash next. And charge the person. So done. So I can start a new sale. So let's check the quantity we have left for the chicken. So here is, so hold it down, click and hold down. So it shows you what you have left. So you can see. So out of 50 kg, we have this left, you can see. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next lecture.